Like always, I want to thank you guys for coming out and covering Penn State football. We appreciate it. Also, I want to thank the fans. We averaged 108,000 fans this year, which is the second highest total in Beaver Stadium history. So awesome there. Got to give Rutgers credit. They do a nice job. I got a lot of respect for Coach Schiano. I got a lot of respect for Rutgers. They're a hard-nosed bunch. They've played like that against everybody. They've played like that against everybody, really. You talk about the areas that we focus on from a statistical perspective. We won the turnover battle. If you look at the stats with Rutgers and specifically with Coach Schiano there, that's a critical stat. We talked about it all week long. I think winning that stat, if you look at the data, I think they're 1-17 when they lose that stat. So that was something that was going to be really important for us today. The explosive play battle, we were more explosive. We met our goal at 15%. We won that battle as well. The third down battle, we won that as well. The sack battle, we won that. And then the field position battle, we won that. And the penalty battle, we won. So we won all of our critical areas. And then, when you just talk about some guys, Johnny Dixon has really played well this year. And it's kind of unusual when you talk about a corner and sacks. But he's leading all FBS in sacks by corners, which is unusual. Obviously, with Drew getting banged up, Beau Pribula came in and really did a great job, specifically with his legs, and giving us a little bit more diversity in the running game, which I think was helpful for us. Chop continues to play lights out. He has thrived really since coming here. KJ Winston has really played well all year long, but that interception was significant, and I thought Kobe King has really put together a really nice year. So overall, kind of pleased with the step that we took today and against a really good Rutgers team, and looking forward to obviously next week. And I think you guys know we got a short week, so we got a very different week with playing on Friday night. So appreciate everybody coming out, and I open up to questions.
Start with Mark, and then we'll go to Allie.
James, is there any sort of update that you're able to give us on Drew? And from a broader perspective, could you assess the way your offensive coordinators did, given the change earlier in the week, and then given the change during the game when you had to switch QBs?
Yeah, I thought, first of all, I was very pleased with the whole staff and the players in general. Handled it first class, respectful, but just got to work. And, I was pleased. I thought, both J1 and Ty did a really nice job all week long, not only from an organizational standpoint, but then also from a leadership standpoint. And then obviously from a scheme standpoint, and really the whole staff. And then obviously, when Drew got hurt and Beau came in, it opens up some things in the run game for you. It just, you can be able to do some different things there. We were planning on playing both of them anyway. We started out early. We've had that plan the last couple weeks, but we called it earlier. And we planned on playing both of them, really kind of throughout that game. So I thought when Beau came in, he did some really nice things, and I thought J1 and Ty adjusted well.
We ask that you have one-part questions instead of two-part questions so we can get more folks. We'll go Allie and then Rich.
Coach, back here.
Yeah.
What does this type of a moment teach you about the culture of your program? You have so much emotion this week. You finally get a win, bouncing back after a loss. You have a backup step up into a bigger role, barely being the starter. What does this teach you about the culture of your program right now?
Yeah, I wish you guys, could have been in the locker room right there. Theo Johnson speaking to his teammates was phenomenal. Devon Elise, they're powerful. Their messages were powerful to their teammates, to their younger teammates. So that was really, really cool to see. We knew this was going to be a battle this week, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of the guys. I'm proud of the staff, and to be able to get another win and continue to head in the right direction. Obviously, we got some things that we got to get cleaned up from this film, but But culturally, I feel really good. I mean, I feel really good about the players, about the staff, and about the coaches. Sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I feel really good about the culture in the locker room and inside Lash Building, the things that we can control. Knock on wood, pretty darn good production on Saturdays. Not a whole lot of issues off the field, which I take a tremendous amount of pride in. I know it's important to our lettermen, and I know that's important to our alumni, and I know it's important to this community that our guys conduct themselves. But there's a ton of positives. There's obviously some areas that we got to get better, and I take full responsibility for that. But there's also a ton of positives if people are willing to talk about them.
Rich and Corey.
James, you mentioned Beau entering the game, opened things up a little bit in the running game. Why was the running game overall effective today against a really good run defense?
A couple things. I thought we had a good plan. Some of our zone read stuff that we do, some of the similar things that we did against Iowa, that we thought there was carryover and made sense. But I think you guys have seen it all year long too. When Beau would come in the game, they have to respect the zone. It changes how you call the game defensively. There's no doubt about that. And Drew's done more of that this year, which has been really good as the season's gone on. But I think that's the biggest thing. I think we had a good plan. But then obviously being able to mix Beau in there as well, they have to call the game differently. And I think we did a really good job having a plan. And I think our backs ran extremely hard. I thought we probably had a little bit more diversity in our run game with different punches, as Frank Leonard would like to say, different punches that you can throw at him. So I thought our coaches did a really nice job.
Corey, then Audrey.
James, you've had a lot of success in the program with quarterbacks running the ball. It looked like Drew took a pretty good shot on that. So what's the risk reward and balance of you're going to run your quarterback versus you got to do some things to maybe keep him safely?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we never want to put our players in a position where they're going to get an injury, bumps, bruises, whatever it may be. At that point, he was leading us in, I think, average rush. I think he was averaging like 10 yards per rush. And really, what he had done the whole game, or what he'd really done the whole season, is get as many yards as he can and get down. And he's done a really good job of managing that all season long. Right there in that situation, he was just about to get down, and somebody flashed from behind another player and got to him and hit him just right. But he was really good as the game went on. I thought his leadership was phenomenal on the sideline. But it's like anything else, right? Whether it's football, whether it's business, whether it's offense, whether it's defense, it's all about risk reward in everything we do.
Two more, Audrey and then Pat.
Hey James, going back to Drew for a second, do you have any update on his health moving forward? I know it's early, but have there been any tests done, and what is kind of his status at this point?
Yeah, as you guys know, I guess you have to ask. At least that's what you guys tell me. But I'm not going to get into medical stuff. First of all, that wouldn't be appropriate for Drew. That wouldn't be appropriate for his family. But yeah, I don't see this being significant. But we will see. We will see. It's very hard for me to answer that question, even if I wanted to, a couple hours after it happened.
Pat.
James in the back here.
How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Senior day is always emotional. How emotional is this for you?
I'm an emotional guy in general, because I don't take these young people and my staff and this job and this community and most importantly my family, I don't take it for granted. I wake up, and as much as I can, I want to focus on all the blessings that I have and that we have, be it at Penn State. So days like this, when that picture in my mind or that reality in the locker room or Lash Building is going to change, I don't think people totally understand unless you played college sports. I don't think it's the same in the pros, obviously, but but college sports, you just spend so much time with these guys. Through the recruiting process, through their academic experience, through their football experience, with the highest highs and the lowest lows. And from everything from girlfriends breaking up with them, to divorces, to deaths, you really experience it all. And I know there's a lot of programs out there that run football factories. We don't. We run a family relationship-based organization. So it means more, you know. And to be honest, even when the guys come back, you know, Jared Odrick was back, and I recruited Jared out of high school, and he was awesome. I was just talking with him in the locker room. You know, Mike Yurcich was back. I think him and his whole crew is going to come over to the house tonight. These are real significant relationships, and I don't try to fake that. They know how much I care about them.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.